Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. How's everybody's Thursday going today? Thursday? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. How's everybody doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hold on a minute. Let me get this straight. Let me see here. Set up. Like I always say, I start off with the 1,000 numbers here on this sheet here. So we can start off on the good foot about pick three. Pick three at a
So we can
glance.
start off on a good foot about pick three. Pick three at a glance.
It's the only one that I specialize with. Specialize. Because it's trackable, teachable, and doable. All the rest of the lotteries, and it's got the best odds of all the lotteries. And like I say, you can track it. And everybody has a tic-tac-toe, a date sum, a grid, a flip, multiple different rundowns that they try to use. And most of them, hey Ella, how are you? Glad to have you with me. That they try to use to try to hit the numbers the next day. After 30 years of actually tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, I come to realize that these numbers are random. There's no tic-tac-toe, no date sum, no grid, no nothing out there that's going to tell you what's coming the next day. I realized that numbers don't follow numbers. Certain numbers don't follow certain numbers. Certain numbers don't fall on certain days. It looks like that because there's only 1,000 numbers. And there's no consistency with those numbers because they all run randomly. And you only got 365 of them that you're going to get out a year. And you got a 700, pretty much 600 of them still left to play. That's why I know it takes 3 years for 1,000 numbers to rotate out SAC exactly the way they are. So the only thing that I found that works and that is very, very valuable is tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and use the law average to your advantage. Okay? Because out of these 1,000 numbers, you're only going to get a third of each one of these 1,000 numbers. So that's why I said I would only do pick three. And then again, I say why I don't. I used to tell people what numbers to play, and they didn't know how to hold on or what to do with it when I gave them. And then when they missed the number, they were looking at me funny. But I gave them the number. But I tried to tell them how I was doing it, and they just wouldn't. They'd rather me give them the number than do the work. So now that's why I just tell people the numbers I'm playing personally, and I don't interject any other numbers. And when they see them and they come and they didn't play them, then that'd be on them. But that's why I really don't do the same thing on this channel. I don't sell numbers. I don't give numbers. I don't do any of that. I teach people how to use the strategy and get their own numbers because, like I say, there's a probability that you'll see something using the pick three at a glance strategy that I will miss and you will hit and win. And that's so much the better for me. I want all of us to get in the winner's circle. But it's going to take you doing the work and me guiding you through and showing you how to use the system. Once you do that, you're on your grown and on your own. That's the way I look at it. Once you get this down, you be grown and on your own. And I mean, you can teach it to anybody else that wants to Do it. Andrew Johnson, gambling is wrong. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of wrong things we do out here, Andrew. I'm sure you got a lot of wrong things you're doing, but this is something that I enjoy doing, buddy. Um, but I mean, if you're here to, if you're a bot or whatever you want to say about it, there's a lot of things we do wrong out here, buddy. But it's not hurting anyone other than people with my strategy because I tell them OPPB, be organized, be patient, be persistent, and stick with a budget. Play responsibly. I play it for fun. I don't smoke, I don't drink, and I don't chase women. And I'm retired. Okay? So I'm sure you might have some of those habits. And if you don't, God bless you. So that's all I can tell you. So you stick with what you stick with. Let me stick what I stick with. And we're going to get along just fine, Andre. Okay. All right, Robert. Okay, Robert. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you made it live. Finally made one. Okay. Well, that's me. It's spreading. It's going a little better. I'm glad to have you. Okay, glad to have you. And you just find that my channel, I speak nothing but facts. I don't color code nothing. I'm not trying to sell anything, but I use YouTube. Like I say, bless the channel as the channel blesses you. And I have the utmost confidence in the pick through at the glance strategy of people winning because they are winning and they are blessing the channel financially and with their own with support and sharing and commenting. So yeah, pick through at a glance is a different animal. I don't use the tic tac toes. I don't use the date sums. I don't use the grids. I don't use the multiple different rundowns they have out there. If you go back and check, and I got 1,700 videos. So I've been a busy beaver. Hey, you want to call it? I've been a busy beaver. So and I want to get everybody on the same. It's the only one that everybody can be using the same strategy to win. I don't have, like I say, you got 1,000 different strategies out there that people are using, and most of them trying to hit the next day. There's nothing going to tell you what's coming the next day. All these 1,000 numbers each day is random. Okay? So there's no rhyme or reason to no strategy or no pattern or anything you're going to find when these numbers come the next day. All you have is the law average, where all these 1,000 numbers will rotate and change position, and you tracking them and seeing what they're doing, what the numbers are actually doing, where you can build a strategy and a skill set. So today, what I'm going to do here is strategy number two. Strategy number two is the single pairs. Just a lot of people been asking me about this one. I think it took me a minute to figure out how to use it when I put it together. So what it does, I found out how to track all the single pairs of the 1,000 numbers. So every month, working with the law average, I see what actual pair is left to play. Okay? And when I do whatever pairs for the month that are left, I transfer over to the next month. And you'll see how the law average works because it'll start picking those pairs up. Then you'll know how to use those pairs to win. Okay? You see how to use those pairs to win. So I'm going to go in detail on strategy number two. And if you've probably been following me, you might know how to use strategy number two to your advantage. Okay? Yeah, I do. I'm 70. Believe me, I'm 73 years old, and my skin is so thick it scares me sometimes. So if you reach my age and your skin ain't thick, you in a world of hurt. You in a world of hurt. You in a world of hurt. That's all I can tell you. I'm the oldest of 11. I will hand me downs. I mean, I wasn't born with no silver spoon. Mother had 3 sets of twins, had 7 kids before she was 30. And she was a very strong woman. And she taught me to be strong. So this is strategy number 2 now. And what it is, I made this triangle where I could track all the pairs of those 1,000 numbers and know anytime what pair didn't fall and how long it took that pair to fall. Okay? And you find this to be a powerful strategy, actual something you can look at and know how to use at a glance. All right? So what I'm going to do here, I'm taking a month's data, and you have to track your data. Illinois evening draw, October. I got the numbers here. Let's see, y'all can see them. Yeah. So I'm gonna show you for a month because I'm gonna use this as a tool on my channel that I can send out to people to help them get strategy number 2 down. So here it is. You take the first number of the month to come in, and that was the 669. The 669. And that's a double. Okay? So you got 2 separate pairs on doubles. All right? 2 separate numbers, excuse me, but you're going to have 2 separate pairs to mark off. So since it's a double, you're going to mark off the 6-6. This might seem a little elementary, but it's powerful. 6-6, and you're going to mark off the 69. Okay? Because it's a double. You got 2 separate numbers. All right? Now, the next number is 938. You got 3 separate numbers, so you're going to have 3 separate pairs. You're going to mark off the 38, can you see it? The 39 and the 89. See here? Next number. 364. Next date winning number 364. You're going to mark off the 34, the 36, and the 46. The 46. The number is 552. You got 2 separate numbers that are like, so you're going to mark off 2 pairs. Okay? Well, I say 556, 552 rather, right? You're going to mark off the 50. See how easy it is? You're going to mark off the 55 and the 25. Okay? Your next number is 659. You can mark off the 56, the 59, and there the 69 came in already once. All right? Next number, winning number, is 887 1. You got three separate numbers again. You're going to have three separate pairs. You're going to have the 17, the 18, and you're going to have the 78. Okay? Next number, 491. Three separate numbers, three separate pairs. It's going to be 14, 19, 49. 429. You're gonna have three separate pairs, three separate numbers again. 429. You're gonna have the 24, the 29, and the 49. That came in already. At a glance, you can see that, right? You're gonna have the 564. Three separate numbers. You're going to have the 45, the 46, 45, 46, and the 56 that came in already. You're going to have the 481. Can you see that? Is that in there? 481. Yeah, 481. You're going to have the 14, the 18, and you're going to have the 48. See how you can see what's going on with your numbers at a glance? Then you're going to have 856, three separate numbers again, three separate pairs. You're going to have the 56, the 58, and the 68. Right here, you're going to mark that off. Then you're going to have the 770. Again, it's a double. Two separate numbers. You're going to just have two pairs to mark off. Here's the 77 and the 07. See here? See how you can see that no O had failed? Look like? See there? No O. And that 770 is the first time. See how you can strategize, build a skill set just doing this? A real skill set, looking at what the actual numbers are doing. And the 770 and the 07. That's what you're going to mark off there. Then you're going to have 523. You got three separate numbers, so you're going to have three separate pairs to mark off. You're going to have the 23, the 25, and the 35. See how you can see how these numbers are eliminating themselves, working with the law average? That's what you need to win. You need to know what they're doing. Okay? The next number is this 338. Only two you got two numbers that's separate. So you're going to do the 33. First time that double came out at a glance. And here's your 38. You know, it didn't came out. I always put a check mark. Know that it came out twice. Okay? Then you got a 323. Now again, you got the 33 and the 23. Only two separate numbers. So you're going to mark off the pairs. Here's the 33, and here's the 23. Okay? Just mark them. Just put a check mark if you know they came out already. Can y'all see everything? Yeah, I think you can see everything. Then the 536. 536. You're gonna do the 35, the 36, and the 56. See that they came out. That repeated. Then the 221. Again, you're gonna have two pairs. You're gonna do the 2-2. See, that's the first time that double came out at a glance. And the 12. Make sure I put that one back there so you can see. Then you got 594, three separate pairs. 594, you're going to have the 45, the 49, and the 59. Then there's 194. You're going to have the 14, the 19, and the 49 again. And the 770 repeated. Again, you're just going to put a check mark by it, and the 07 repeated. Excuse me. Then you're going to have the 940. 940. You got three separate numbers again. You're going to have the 04s. See that 04, 09, and the 49. Again, it repeated itself. You're going to have the 04, 09, 49. Then you have the 297. You're going to have, see that first time that 27 pair came out? You're going to have the 27, mark off. The 29, see the 79, first time it came out for the month. So you can start seeing things. 79, first time it came out for the month again. You won't see this with tic-tac-toe, date, song, careers, flips, multiple different rundown. You ain't gonna see it. 845. You're gonna have the 48. You got three separate numbers. The 48, the 45, and the 58. Okay, and then you got 324. Oh, no, wait a minute. Did I miss it? This 597? Did I do it or did I miss it? I must have missed it. This 597, I'm going to do it because I didn't mark it off if I did do it. You had the 59, the 50. Oh, here, yeah. I did miss. Because here's the first time it got circled. 597, 57, 59, and the 79. Okay? And the 324, you're gonna have the 23, the 24, and the 34. N 952, you're gonna have the 25. You got three separate numbers, the 29 and the 59. Again, 59. Oh 35. You're gonna have the 03 first time it hit, the 05 pair, and the 35. Okay. Then the next one is 114, only two numbers. So you're gonna have two pairs to mark off. You got to see that's first time that 44 pair hit, and the 14. Then you have 906. See how working with the law average, those zeros that hadn't failed start catching up with each other, start catching up. You're looking at the real numbers and you know what's doing. All right, Ella, congratulations for you. Okay. We had the 906, I said, 06, 069, and the 69 again. Okay. We marked that off. Then the final number, three separate numbers, 581. 581. So we have the 15. See, first time it came out at a glance, you can see 15, 18, and the 58. Now, here's where you're doing. What I do, anything that didn't fall in October, I carry it over to November so I know what I'm doing. See, I know that this A hadn't fallen unless it came today, and I ain't even look at the number today to see what came last night because I wasn't gonna probably be using it. But I don't really trip off checking the numbers that much because I have my bucket list of numbers that I play, and I just leave them like that, and then I'll check. So I thought I did my strategy to know what numbers I'm going to play. Here again, you got the 99. You can highlight it or underline. You got the 1-1 didn't play. You got the double zeros hadn't played. You got this 1-1 hadn't played. You got the 02 hadn't played all month. You got the 06 hadn't played. The 08 hadn't played. The 37 didn't play all this month. See what I'm saying? This way you know what's going on with the actual pairs. Here. The 67. Okay. I think I covered it. And I'll have another sheet that's blank like this and underline everything that comes. So I knew that this 01 hadn't failed last month. So tracking and knowing what's going on with the numbers, how I hit the 510 a couple of days ago. And I got the receipts to show. I showed some of what my winnings, as long as it applied to my strategy and what I've been telling y'all to play. Okay? I knew this 01 hadn't failed. And I knew the last time this 01 failed as a pair by doing this here was in August of the 21st. It came 015. See, once you strategize and start looking at the actual numbers, it'll become easy to you to know what pairs have failed and haven't failed and how to use them and why you're using the actual pair. See, we're working with the law of average. We using what hasn't fallen to win. The hot cold numbers, you can call them. 911 hit last month. See, by law of average, the numbers going to work their way out where they're going to pick themselves back up. The numbers that hadn't failed in the previous months. Okay? And that's how I choose my numbers. I build a bucket list of numbers that haven't failed, and I know sticking with my budget is those the numbers I'm going to play. Let me show you here. And your price, but this works for all states. This pattern, this strategy number 2, If you track it, the actual 1,000 number work for all states. Like right here. These are my numbers I'm playing for Illinois, and I know why I'm playing. Like I say, one of these probably came out already. I ain't checked, but um, today what came out last night. I need to check though. I'm gonna get through with this here for right now and explain this. See here, these are my bucket list of numbers from the whole year from tracking, because I'm carrying over. I know everything that's happening. These numbers here didn't fall all year. These numbers are exact opposite of each other. That's why I'm carrying them. Because working with the law average, 1, 2, 3, these are 6 numbers here. One of them gonna come out, or 2 of them, or 3 of them, maybe for the year is out. So I'm not jumping on and off all those numbers trying to win. Here, definitely here. And like I know this here, I probably will play, play consistently a little bit more, because this here is my mother's birthday, 304, March the 4th. And my lady's friend's birthday, her birthday same day as my mother's birthday. So when I met her and she got my mother's middle name, so y'all know I fell instantly in love. I'm telling y'all, it was strange. The first night we met, and I was invited to a party, and I met her, and we were dancing, and I I asked her what her name was, and she used the middle name Ann. I said, "Ooh, you got my mother's middle name." I was like, "Okay, you can't be all bad." Then she say, "I said, well, what's your birthday?" Oh, she said, "Oh, March the 4th." I say, "I'm in love." We still good friends today, though. But yeah, that's how strange. When you mess with these numbers, you associate a lot of stuff with numbers. You know that. And that's why I enjoy this. If I have a vice, this is the only one. Like I say, I don't smoke, drink, or chase women. I'm retired, so I take my chump change and play the numbers. And it's been beneficial to me. So I love it. And now I'm teaching everybody what I do. So it's been, it's been fun. And believe me, like I said, I never thought I'd be doing this, teaching this, and because I didn't math. I couldn't wait to get out of math, and the highest I got was pre-algebra, and I got it because I had to get it to get my associate's degree. But other than that, nope, I didn't think I'd be doing it. But I didn't even know how I came up with this strategy, to be truthful with y'all. I was just playing with the numbers. I read every book I could read. I wasn't catching nothing. I was jumping off of numbers, and then after I jump off, they come, and I'm like, I'm confused. And then tic-tac-toe, I know every tic-tac-toe, date sum, grid, root sum, but nothing was put in an organized manner where you could understand it and track it and know what's going on with the numbers. And these here, this is my daily number I'm playing. See, this 443 just hit this month. This 556 hit exact like that this month. This 247 just hit exact. See what I'm saying? And I ain't giving you a whole bunch of numbers playing Illinois, because I know working with the law average, these the hot code numbers. These were the only three number columns that hadn't hit, and both of them just hit this month. Now I'm just carrying this here. And then these here are somewhat overdue in my book, but I can gauge that by tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and know what they're doing in the Illinois season draw. I can gauge, okay, these should be popping out soon. And if they don't, I'm cool with that, because I know these are my numbers. I'm sticking with them. These are my ride or die numbers. But I know how to cut back too. I know if I got to cut back, more than likely, these I know going to be my everyday number doubles here. And if I cut back, I might just play on 50 cents straight, or play on 50-cent box. And then when I do win and one of them come in, I'll load back up on these exact numbers, because I'm playing 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 numbers. These are my exact numbers that I pile up on and back off of. My budget is around $3 to $5 a day, on a somewhat of a consistent basis. And that's how that works. And that's strategy number two, because I know, I'm telling you, I had to run it through because, believe me, when I put it together, I didn't know how to make it work. I just wanted to say, I need to figure out how to track the pairs because I knew I was messing up because I couldn't figure out what pairs to track. And then other strategies, strategy one and strategy four, they're relatively simple. Like if you got a triple, the only thing that I couldn't figure out how I'm going to make know that I got a triple out of this pair deal. Here's all the triples here, really. There's double zeros, double ones. So when a triple come in, if it's triple threes, I'll just mark off the double threes or the double fours like that. Once I figured that out, I was good to go with this triangle. Strategy number two. All right. So anybody got any questions? It's going to be probably a short live because I'm just going to make this up. So I'll have this link to give to people when they ask me about it. But that's it. This if you look at the previous videos, but this pretty much strategy two. Just went through a whole month. So anything that's left and how I would play what's left, like I say, I knew this 01 hadn't played for 3 months from tracking it. August, September, well, it played 21st of August, September, October, and this is November. See how long it take these numbers? This a pair. It took 3 months for this pair to come. So if you was playing anything with an 01 in it, it ain't failed for 3 months. So why would you keep playing it? I only watch them, and then when I see how long it's, if they 60 to 90, when a number like this gets 60 days out, then I start watching and look to see if I can put it to my bucket list to use and how I'm going to use it. Now 90 days, I definitely got my eye on it because I know with the law average, this pair going to come in. And the doubles, quite naturally, the doubles can take longer to come in. Like this 4-4 and 9-9 pair, when I hit the 0-4-4 off the list, this 0-4-4 and this 9-9 pair hadn't failed for almost 90 days. So I played the 0-4-4 and the 4-4 and 9-9 pair. I played the triple fours and the triple nines and hit them both up. The 0-4-4 came in and triple nines came in right behind the 0-4-4. That's what I mean by building a strategy and a skill set and not jumping on and off all them numbers because you know what the actual pairs and numbers are doing. Also, the 4-4 and the 9-9 are opposite pairs of each other. The 0-0 and the 5-5 is opposite pairs of each other. So when I see a pair that's opposite ain't failed in 90 days, I know one of them opposite pairs got to come by the law average, unless they're cheating. One of these opposite pairs got to come. So when you're doing this triangle, another advantage to it, like this here was hot. This 5-6 and this 01 and 5-6. This is October, September. This 01 and this 5-6 are opposite pairs of each other. So I knew one of the others of them had to come. So you want to look for opposite pairs. Like this 02, the opposite pair of it is the 5-7. So if you see a 02 and a 5-7 ain't failed in 60 days, as you looking and tracking the numbers, you want to start looking at how you're going to use that to play the actual number. And you ain't going to see that with a tic-tac-toe date sum, grid root sum, and algorithms. You just ain't going to see it. You can't see it. Let me see here. You cannot see it. All you're going to get, I don't care what number you use or how you use it, all you're going to get is a bunch of numbers that you have no idea what's going on with them if you're not tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. And they're random. They're random. There's no formula that you're going to come up with that'll tell you what numbers come the next day. Numbers don't follow numbers. They look like it to you, But that's when they throw you off when you try to get nail down a random algorithm or something. They tell you go back and see if it's working, and by the time you go back to see if it's working, it ain't not changed up. The numbers just start falling randomly like they do. Let's say you got a tic tac toe here that everybody uses, and let's say the tic tac toe. I'll make up a number, five. The winning number came as 579. Okay, and what everybody do, and I used to wonder how they use this, and I have used it. Finally learned how to use it, but it was to no avail because I didn't never know where I was playing my numbers anyway. So you add one, and then they can make this 5-7 go this way. They can make this 5-7-9 go this way. They can make this 5-7-9 go this way, and do a tic tac toe, and try to figure out what number comes next day. But let me show you. You add 1 to this 9, you're going to get, well, it's going to be 10, but you don't use the 1, you just use a 0. So it's going to be 0, 1, 2. Then you go over here, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? Now what you're supposed to do is figure out, pull numbers off of here. And those numbers are going to be, you're going to go this way horizontal, you're going to go 5, 2, 1. Make sure I got this here so you can see it. 5, 2, 1. Now, y'all, those are lottery heads. They know what I'm talking about here. 3, 7, 0. 4, 5, 9. Because you're going across this way, right? 4, 5, 9. Then your next set of numbers, you're going to go this way. Going 5, 3, 4. 2, 7, 5. 1, 0, 9. Then they tell you to do the corners. Man, you're going to do 5, 9, 0. Five, 9, 0. 0, 1, 2. 2, 5, 3. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Now look, you got these numbers, but what you gonna do with them? What you know about them? If you ain't tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, if you don't know the last time the 5-2 front fell, or the last time the 2-1 back fell, or the last time the 5 fell on the front, or the last time the 2 fell in the middle, or the last time the 1 fell on the end. If you ain't tracking these numbers, like with the picture, tracking the front pair, back pair, single digit, you just playing a loser's game. And it's already set up for you to lose. Now, like I said, it ain't how often you hit, it's how you play the game. And the way I came up with the picture glass strategy, knowing about the law average. Okay, hello, Raikou. What's that? Nutcoon. Hello. And glad to have you with us. I always, I gamble. Well, I never really was a big gambler, really. But I always knew about 21 on the boats. You had boats, but they never had them in St. Louis. But the blackjack, 21. 21 was real popular as far as a gambling game, and it still is, I guess, when they play with one deck on the boats, on the casinos and stuff. So what this guy figured out, working with the law average, if he could track the cards and memorize what cards had failed and memorize what cards was left and load up on the cards that were left to win, he had a winning deal going on, working with the law average. because he let the cards play out till he realized what were the next best cards to fall out the dealer's hand. And he'd keep playing and playing and playing, a little money, a little here and here. But when he seen that the cards was just right to play, and that same thing we doing with these 1,000 numbers, when we see that they falling up to line out and know by the law average just about what numbers should fall out, then load up on them, he'd hit big. And he eventually started breaking the boats. And somehow they figured out what he was doing, so they would ban him off the boat. So then after they banned him off the boat, he started teaching other people how to win like he was winning. Then after they would win, and they'd come back and share the pot with him. Now, after he figured that out, and they figured out what he had did with the people winning, they increased the number of decks in 21 now. So instead of only having one deck, it's 5 decks that they play blackjack with now. But it's still people that's got, I guess, exceptional memory, exceptional minds, and the technique can even do it with the 5 decks. So they ban them off the boats altogether now. They call them card counters. They won't let you on the boat if you mark down as a card counter, because they know it ain't no your system works. Same thing gonna be here with pick, trick, glance. If you don't know, like I say, if you don't know the last time the 3-7 fell on the front, I can already tell you of what any number I play is like, front and back, and why I'm playing it. If you don't know why you're playing the numbers, don't play them. And the only way you're going to know why you're playing your numbers is you tracking them, seeing what they're doing. But you don't know what all these numbers doing unless they part it. And that's what I mean. If I was to look down here, I'd say, okay, that's a reasonable number. I'd put maybe 3 or 4 of these on my bucket list. But I wouldn't be switching on and off every day. Every time I do a tic-tac-toe, come up with a whole new bunch of numbers. Or do a rundown. Let me show you. They do this, and then they'll say, okay, say you do these numbers here to play. And this will get you. And you know about, if you're a seasoned lottery head, you know about mirrors and flips. So you play, and it's like trying to hit the next day, and the number come in the next day is 5, 2, 6. And then they'll say, there was in front of your face, like you had some knowledge of what you was doing with this. There was right there in front of your face. And no 5, 2, 6 was on here nowhere. Here it is right here. All you had to do was mirror or flip. They'll do it either way, what makes it work. Mirror that 1 and make it a 6. There it is right there. You could have made that a 6, and you'd have got them. You ain't gonna get nothing. But first thing, you didn't know why you was playing none of the numbers. This takes time. This takes work. This takes patience. It takes time. It takes work. It takes patience. Ain't no shortcut. Now, and that's what they'll take. Or say the number was 721. Oh, there it was right here in front of your face. The 7, 1, 2. There it was. Man, what? You will get 99% of those numbers every time after the fact. Doing it like that. I'm just putting it out there, y'all. People can play and do what they want to do. I'm just putting it out there. I'm putting it out there for us to get in the winner's circle. You're going to get in the winner's circle tracking these numbers a whole lot better than you are doing this stuff. I've done it. Believe me, I've done it. And it run me ragged. It run me ragged. Yeah. I think I was eating ketchup and rice for about 15 months. That was my meal. Just messing with y'all. I don't think I got that bad, but it could come close, I'm telling you. I want you playing because you want to, not because you have to, because you ain't paid your light bill, your gas bill, telephone bill, dog food, dog looking at you crazy, cat climbing the wall, wife looking at you crazy. Y'all don't want to be there. I've been there, but I got out of there because I realized that you have to track these numbers. You have to, and Pick Three is a tracking system on paper that you can track and strategize once you learn the strategy in the system. Um, like I say, same thing they do with these rundowns or whatever system they got. If you don't know why you playing, if you ain't tracking these numbers, you ain't gonna know why you playing. I don't care what you're doing. You might look up, like here. Let's do another number. Another, well, I can use that same number. What was it that I used? 579. The 111 rundown on. They'll do these. And you know, this number here, they can use any of those 1,000 numbers to do a rundown on, and they do, to try to figure out what numbers coming the next day. The 579. Okay, here's one of another technique they use. You know, they can, one of the popular ones is the 123, the 111, the 317, the 777, the 999. Like I said, they can use this number here, make this number out of any of the 1,000 numbers. Then you have 1 to the 5, you get 6, and it all looks mathematically makes sense to you, but it don't. This 1, 5, 6, but it sells a lot of books. I'll tell you that. Sells a lot of books. Well, 1 to 5 to the 6, 1 to 6 you get 7, 1 to 7 you get 8, 1 to 8 you get 9, 1 to 9 you get 10, you just use 0, 1 to 0 you get 1, 1 to 1 you get 2, 1 to 2 you get 3, 1 to 3 you get 4, and 1 to 4 you're going to get the 5. Same number at the bottom you get the top. Okay. You count, you add it correctly. Count down. Just add 1 and count straight down. 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then the 9 again. You're gonna do the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Now, like I said, here again, they say, well, these are the 10 numbers you want to look at playing, but why? What you know about these 10 numbers you're looking at playing? And most people ain't studying to see why they playing a number. And Lord help them if they get lucky one time. There's going to not be no way to be consistent on none of this. Okay? And let's say, all right, here's the numbers. And then they got different strategies and techniques for this. But if you don't know nothing about these numbers, why are you playing them? And then they'll say, okay, the next winning day number, say it ain't on this list, and say it's 87, let's say it's 807 come out. Okay? And it ain't on the list. First thing they're gonna say, there it is, right in front of your face. I've been there. I was in that gang of folks that would look at trying to do this to make it work, and say, there it was, right in front of your face. Should have made this opposite. Should have made it a 7. So they want to teach you how to do flips and mirrors. The flip and mirror. You only got 0 to 9 numbers. If you flip in the mirror, any of them, you're gonna get 99% of the numbers that come out the next day. You only got 0 to 9. If you flip any of them, you're going to be able to match them up to anything you got over here. Like I said, folks, we got to put the wood in to get the fire out. Got to put the wood in to get the fire out. If this is working for you now, if it's working for you, go ahead, go ahead. And you're not tracking the actual numbers. But nah, Nope. And I know I'm going against the grain, but you know, I always thought outside the box. I've never been one to follow the crowd. I guess all I can say, y'all, I ain't never been one to follow the crowd. But I guess that's why Pick Three at a Glance came about. Yeah. And I'm looking to get everybody in the winner circle. And when I can't teach this. I can't teach this. There's no way I can teach this when I can flip and mirror any number to make it work and make sense. But I can teach this because what I'm looking at, you're gonna be looking at. I can tell you what to do with your numbers if you telling me off strategy number 2, and you'll know I ain't lying to you. Because you're going to be looking at the same thing I'm looking at only for your state. Because nothing's going to work the same in all states. No pattern's going to work the same for all states. No tic-tac-toe going to work the same for all states. No algorithm without tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. And I broke it down, made it where all the workouts are simple to use. Okay. So, any questions? I think I covered it. I just don't want people getting in a bind that, and you'll know how to back off your numbers, even if you don't study more than you play. Just back off. Keep tracking, but just back off. And once you start seeing, you'll bang them. Like I said, I had an instance where a 38 pair here didn't fall. I hit over here with the 38 in Illinois. It did the same thing over here, and I caught them. But in Missouri, 38 pair didn't fall for 120 days. You can't see that with no tic-tac-toe if you ain't tracking. And that's how I hit. You know what's going on with the numbers. And then I'll match up the opposites and mainly what I look for too, how long a pair or a number and its opposite hasn't failed with it. All these numbers here are the opposites. They're opposite of each other. All these doubles are opposite of each other. By law average, they're gonna pop. And yours doing the same might be these same exact numbers, but you know what you're looking at. You ain't guessing what you're looking at. And if you show me what you're doing, I ain't guessing what you're looking at neither unless you make a mistake. That could happen. But if you say, Terry, I got 011110 and 556 and 665 ain't failed all year. Oh, or last 30 days, and explain more to me why you looking at playing that number, I can say, hey, that sound like that'll work. But I can't tell you it'll sound like this will work. I can't tell you that. I ain't gonna tell you for matter of fact. Well, y'all, I'm goofy today. I must be goofy today, y'all. Okay. So, all right, y'all. Like I always say, play them till they come. Make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. And if you're tracking, you'll soon be packing the lucky town. And OPPB, be organized, be patient, be persistent, and play with a budget. Stick to your budget. And you gonna bang them. Ain't no doubt in my mind.